let's say that you're a parent and God forbid, we're all free from this. Something happens that requires bringing the child to the emergency room.
Hmm.
How does one go from doing what they need to do to make sure their child is safe and cared for and recovers from whatever accident happened to dealing with the child protective services system?
Well, I would not try to explain something that I do not know the circumstance. So, if your child hurt himself or herself and you don't exactly know what happened in the situation, I would not try and come up with a theory as to what might have gone wrong. So let's take the example with the child in Texas who essentially fell off the chair. And it doesn't have to be Texas; it can be anywhere.
Sure.
Something happens when you are asked what happened, and you say, "I don't know. I went quickly into the house because the alarm was going off. I thought maybe there was a fire in the kitchen, so I ran in. Everything was under control. I ran out. They were on the ground." Then you're asked, how did that happen? I think your answer is, I don't know. I only know it happened in less than 1 minute. That's what happened.
Mm.
Rather than saying, well, maybe the neighbor's dog came into the yard and pushed him off the chair, or, well, my daughter was also out there and she can sometimes be a little rough, so maybe she pushed him off the chair. Those to me are the mistakes that parents make, if you can call them mistakes. I don't even want to call them mistakes because parents are really just trying to figure it out and think that the person on the other side of the table who's conducting the investigation is helpful. And they're not really being helpful. They're not trying to figure this out with you. They're trying to justify opening an investigation into you.
Got
That is
it.
what I would say. So that's one thing that I would say. The second thing I would say is know your hospital. So there are certain hospitals where these kind of cases are generated all the time. So don't go there.
So it sounds like a parent might look away for 2 seconds. Something happens. They rush their child to get some help, and someone asks, "How did this happen?" And they say, "I don't know. I think he might have fallen from something." And then they look at the child and go, "These injuries don't look like he fell from something. What actually happened? Are you lying to us?" And now a case is open, and they're trying to build a case against the parent.
Right. They won't, let's say the interrogator or the doctor is not going to say, "Are you lying to us?" They
Sure.
might just say, "Well, that explanation doesn't really make sense." So now parents are trying to come up, they think that they're in a cooperative relationship trying to figure out what happened. That's not what's going on. So if you were sitting in a police station being questioned, everybody who watches television, I think, knows that you don't just like start answering questions and making up ideas and coming up with theories, because ultimately all of that can just come back to hurt you. So if you do not know the answer, you say, "I don't know."